Former Vice President Mike Pence was the keynote speaker at Washington and Lee's mock convention event today. Washington and Lee says the mock convention is the country's most accurate mock political convention, and Pence is one of a long line of guests at the Lexington school, including Richard Nixon, Jimmy Carter, and now President Joe Biden. WFXR's Rhiannon Lowndes covered the event.
Former Vice President Mike Pence took the opportunity to address a range of matters varying from abortion to the war in Ukraine to the nation's budget.
January 6th was a tragic day.
He spoke to press before the event, revealing that he expects to make an announcement concerning a possible presidential run in the coming months.
And my wife and I are going to continue to reflect on what role we might play in that process. But I expect before the summertime comes, you'll know what the Pence's plans are.
He also addressed Trump's possible indictment and the potential for unrest.
But I think in this instance, I would discourage Americans from engaging in protests. I'd encourage Americans to give voice to their frustration, express their concern about their prosecution, just as I have.
During the event, Pence was interviewed by Fox journalist Brett Baier and asked student questions.
The $5 trillion we added to the national debt.
Sophomores Ben Bankston and Sam Haines say while they may not agree with all Pence's views, they appreciated the chance to hear him speak.
To be honest with you, I think his focus on his pro-life stances and his stance on abortion, that kind of thing, stood out to me. Frankly, not a position I'm 100% in agreement with him on, especially for a college campus. I think that that's not necessarily the most common viewpoint here. So it was interesting to see him really, I think, dig into that one. And
the national debt also, that was something that he focused on. That was one of the main things that he wanted to press in, that he thinks a lot of other politicians don't spend enough time on.
Both say they waited over an hour in line for tickets to the ceremony that kicks off the school's mock convention, which has a 74% accuracy rate in predicting nominees for parties out of power. And prediction weekend is next February. In Lexington, Rhiannon Lowndes, WFXR News.
All right, Rhiannon, thank you. And that mock convention is an entirely student-run research project that actually hasn't gotten a Republican nominee wrong in over 75 years.